Yo, hi, I'm so excited to do this. I have been wanting to do a plant tour ever since I started collecting plants, which was not that long ago, it was only 2021. This year, I'm just like, you know what, I don't care if anyone's gonna watch it or not. I just wanna document, I like documenting my plants so then, in 6 months from now, I can see how much they've grown over the spring and summer. That is very exciting to me. I have about 40 or 50 houseplants inside and outside. I just moved. I moved from LA to LA into a house with my boyfriend. I used to live in a one bedroom and we have a lot more room here, a lot more windows, but I actually found myself like scaling down. I'll show pictures, but in this one bedroom, I had one really large window in the living room and then a window in the kitchen, and they're both southern facing. But there was an overhang outside. It was really when I really started getting into plants, so I just crammed every single plant I had. So like 40 to 50 plants around these two windows. Now that we're spread out, it's a 2 bedroom, it's about like 1,600 square feet. I found that I got rid of a lot of plants. I guess I wanted to declutter a little bit. There's just a lot of like chaos involved with like putting shelves in front of windows, and like my boyfriend likes to open windows and oh, this needs, so I toned it down a little tiny bit and moved a bunch outside, but now I'm like also still buying plants, so we'll see how long it's toned down for. I'm probably gonna start buying a lot more plants to put outside because we have a backyard, so it's like, okay, well, I have to fill the space. If you have any tips, please let me know, especially care tips. Like, I inherited a lemon tree from the last tenants, and we're trying to get it together, but I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, let's just jump right into this thing. Also a reminder, it is March. We just moved in November. Things are still coming together. We've got like the gist of it, but there's still like certain areas or plants that I don't quite know how to fill yet. So I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress, but I want to document it. I think it would be fun I love the summer explosion of growth, so I'm excited to see how everything changes.
So this is my living room. And got a decent amount of plants in here. Nothing like super crazy. But yeah, this is my philodendron micans. I am obsessed with the color. I just moved her there a couple weeks ago, and I think she's liking it. The leaves are getting kind of small at the bottom, but so this I'm still trying to figure out what to do with. This is my neon pothos. This is one of the first plants I got, and I don't have a super high place for it, and we can't hang things from the ceiling, so I don't know what to do with it. So it's just chilling on the floor right now. But I'm obsessed with it. It's so beautiful. I don't know what to do with it. I put my, what is this? Oh, Cebu Blue right here. In the morning it gets really nice sun, but I also just put her here, so it's also still adjusting quite a bit. But it is getting decent sun, which I'm excited to see how well it does there, because I didn't know where else to put it, honestly. On the other side of the TV, got a philodendron Brazil. I'm like, maybe I should come over here. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but she's cute. I love her. I love the colors. I love the leaves. And then I have it trailing a little bit down, and then I'll come back to this little area. So this is Peperomia Hope. I love this diva, but she keeps falling off of things. I guess this part is too heavy. You see how far down it goes, and so it kept tipping over, so I needed to put it in a spot where I could make sure that it doesn't get tipped over, because it gets tipped over a lot, and I'm not sure what to do with it at this point. There's another fillet. So this is just a cool little like terracotta turtle that I found at, I think, at Target, and then I just like crammed some cuttings in there. So it's like we got the Brazil, the normal philodendron, the lemon lime philodendron, and then the Brazil, and they're all just like chilling in there, and I kind of love how that looks. It's very fun to me. Okay, and then I forgot my monstera. So this is actually, my boyfriend gave me a little cutting, and it was maybe 2 leaves, and I grew this over the last year. But it's just now getting more like better light, and so you see how like big the leaves are getting. Like this one, the new leaf, it's so big. I do regret putting it in all this soil, but my boyfriend was like, "It's fine." I wish I hadn't, but as long as it's not dying, it's still thriving. But I am a little nervous about the watering, so I'm very on top of it. But I'm kind of obsessed. I can't wait to watch it, especially like fill out the space above it. Yeah. Okay, back over here. So below the Brazil, this queen, I just got her. It's a prayer lily sensation. And this one's kind of beat up, TBH, but it was either this one for $18 or like one that was triple the size for 65. And I didn't want to do that, so I wanted a baby one. But it's still pretty big. I'm not sure what to do, where to put her. The placement is not exact yet, but I'm excited to kind of play around with it, I think. So, back to the philodendron Brazil. It goes down, and then there's this little stand right here. And it's one of my favorite. This is honestly where I put some of my favorite plants. This is one of the first plants I got. It's a Hoya australis Lisa, and she's a diva. I've took cuttings from her. I'm obsessed. She grows like crazy, and sends out these like long tendrils. Oh, so pretty. And yeah, she actually can tolerate a lot of sun. They told me like indirect sun, it's like indirect indirect sun pretty much all day. Like it gets some shade because of the middle thing in the in the window, but it gets like pretty much like sun all day. And you see one of these tendrils is like wrapped up in the philodendron, right? So it's like growing through there. Oh, there's two, because then this one comes around. Yeah, okay, I remember putting that there now. So yeah, she's growing like crazy. And then what is this? Oh, this is a philodendron coming down here. Hi, new leaf. I kind of just like how my boyfriend does not like it. I kind of like how intertwined it looks. So what else is on here? This is Skindapsis. My boyfriend also gave me this one from his collection, and I haven't been able to replicate his success with it. It's kind of like leggy and like weird, so I'm trying to give it more light, and it did burn a little bit, but it is, I don't know. I honestly, I feel like that's his thing to deal with because I just don't know I don't quite know. This is a Peperomia raindrop. It almost died, and now it's coming back, and it really likes higher light than I thought. They said kind of like, bright indirect. When I gave it bright indirect, it was in a south window and bright indirect, and it was not thriving, so it needs more sun than I think they say. But now that it's like this is a south window, and it's getting like pretty, like, direct sun plus like shaded sun all day. It's the leaves are getting bigger. It's coming back, so I'm excited. Right next to it is one of my favorite peperomias that I have forgotten the name to, but it's one of my favorite houseplants. The leaves are felty. Dang, I wish I remembered the name of it, but I love her so much. I love how the leaves look. I love the texture. It's just so pretty to me. I'm so excited for that one to grow. Oh, queen. So these are my strings of things. I was actually so nervous to get a string of pearls, but this girl is thriving. And it started as just like right around the edge, and I've had it for about a year now, and I'm so excited to see it take off even more over the spring. Right next to her, string of turtles. Yeah, so they're pretty direct. They're getting especially like morning sun. They get a lot of morning sun. And then, by the time the afternoon, evening, like this kind of shades it from the worst of it because it's going in, that direction. So it shades them. But I think they can withstand higher light than a lot of people say. Yeah, so the last little corner over here. This is my ZZ plant. I just repotted her in this terracotta pot because I think that before it was in a ceramic pot and it did not grow anything for a full year. 2 years almost. And I was like, what is going on? No, look. It's first stalk ever. Can you see her? Yeah, that's my ZZ Plant's first stalk. I'm so excited. So I've been patient and it's finally paying off. Philodendron Birkin. Hi, Queen. Actually, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't love Philodendron Birkin. I think it is really pretty. It's really cool. Maybe I shouldn't be mean. My friend gave it to me as a gift, and I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite plant. This is kind of mean. I hope he doesn't watch this. That's another. So that's the original, the OG lemon lime philodendron. Started as my boyfriend's, and then he gave it to me when he moved, and then now we live together. So it's back. Yeah, she's chilling. She's really chill. Morning sun. Yeah, and then a snake plant. Snake plants are always, they're just minding their own business. Oh, and in this window, just a pothos there. My boyfriend actually doesn't like this. One last thing I'll show y'all. So my boyfriend also, he has these like bug catching plants. He loves them. He's obsessed with them. I have no idea what the names are, but those are like the little tubey ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all like the tubey ones, and he just cut them down for the spring, the dead ones. So they'll direct energy towards the new growth. But yeah, they get like direct sun all day right here because this is a south window and they're outside. So we're excited to see them like take off. And here's a closer look at these bug plants. I don't know the names off the top of my head, but I'll ask my boyfriend, and I'll just put the names in the subtitles or whatever you call it, captions, screen at the bottom of the screen. I don't know. They are really cool. This one's really come out of dormancy, and it's like, can you see how dewy it is? It's hard to yeah, they work pretty well. It's kind of scary how like animal like these things are. I don't know, it's just creepy that it eats bugs. Like, you're a plant, you shouldn't be doing that. This is the bathroom. I'm not going to show you too much because I don't think it's maybe should have cleaned in here, but I just have the syngonium in here. There's a little root coming out the bottom. Hi, Queen. It's just, yeah, it's a chill little syngonium. This is a south window, and it has these like things on the window, so it's like very what's the word, like subdued direct sun. Yeah, there's two. I put the pink one and the lemon one just in the same pot. Should I? Oopsies. Sorry. But yeah, she's cute. I just let her do whatever she wants. So now we're in my bedroom, which is still very much a work in progress. So I'm not going to show you the whole thing. But it is, I just have a few plants in here. I'll just be really quick. This is my money tree. I've always wanted a money tree. Like, even, I remember like as a kid, I thought they were really pretty. It's supposed to bring like good luck to like spaces and new homes, and I was like, you know what, I could use some luck. I've never lived with a partner before. And I bought this girly for like $8. I cannot wait. I love how money trees look. I think she's so pretty. This is an east window, so it gets the morning sun, and then it chills out for the rest of the day. Yeah, this is a Dracaena, a lemon lime, I believe. She's just chilling. This is one of the most chill plants I've ever gotten. She maybe use some cleaning. Some of the leaves are a little crispy. But yeah, I just kind of let her do whatever. It's not a plant I'm super like pressed about. It just like fills out a space nicely, and it's kind of cool. This pot, I wouldn't recommend these kind of pots, with the catcher attached, because they're not great for drainage, but this Dracaena is like fine, and I literally water it like once a month, maybe once every 5 or 6 weeks. It can go a long time without watering, and that's probably why the ends are a little crispy. And in this corner, so this is one of my favorite plants that my boyfriend gave me. I don't remember its name. But basically, my boyfriend, when he moved back home for a little bit, he had all these plants in like direct sun, and this one was burning up. And I was like, don't you dare let her burn up. Bring her to me. And yeah, and now she's like growing like so the ends of some of the ones that burnt up like never came back, but then it just like started spurting out new sprouts out of the sides of it. Like, oh, you can see it really well right there. Like that, I think that's where it burnt, and then it just like went out the side and put a new one out. And I love how these plants look, especially when they grow into like big trees like my neighbor has. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is also one of my favorite plants. It's a Hoya crinkle cut, Hoya 8 or something, crinkle cut. I love how the leaves look. I think it's so cool. And I've just kind of let this one grow wild. And yeah, so it gets a lot of like, this is a south window, so it gets a lot of like morning and afternoon sun. And then this building outside kind of blocks the heavy afternoon, like, you know, after 12 or 1. But it does get a lot of light, and it likes a lot of light, I think. So, you know, they say like Hoyas, you know, put them in bright and direct. They can handle a good amount of sun. Like, I don't see any burning on this one. She's just chilling. And I think I might finally get, so this long strand right here, I might finally get a peduncle. That looks like more of a peduncle than a leaf, right? I'm so excited. We'll see what happens with her. She's a queen. Queen card. So this is my little peperomia corner. I had so many. I really like peperomias. I like how they feel, but they were getting a little crazy. I had them in like 5 separate pots with my peperomia Hope in there, and the other 2 peperomias on my other 2 peperomias on the other shelves. I had them all in separate pots, but together, and it was just like a lot. So I took a chance and I did something crazy, and I put them all the ones that I, not to be mean to them, don't care for as much. I just put them all in one pot, and I'm gonna let them I'm gonna see what happens. You see, this girl is just like trailing down like crazy. I really want her to perk back up and stand straight and lean towards the light, but you know, I'm just gonna let her do whatever she wants to do. Because I've traumatized them enough. I repotted them all and crammed them all in one pot, but it's kind of, so there's a lot of, you can see, this is just like the plain one, which was the first one that I got, and I was like, oh, I like this genus, and then I got, you know, this one. I got this one like discount from Lowe's that was dying, and it's come back in a really cool way, and I do really like her. This one is more textural, but it's like solid green. But so pretty. I don't want to say the prettiest one of all, but and then this one too is also like, oh, this one has the red edge. I think that's what it's called, peperomia red edge. Yeah. So they get a little bit of morning afternoon sun, and then like late afternoon sun. Yeah, so this is also a new move. Maybe 2 weeks ago I moved it here, so we'll see how it does. I've been a little nervous, but I mean, it's still alive, so can't complain. These are 2 bamboo. This bamboo looks like a little sick, though. That's new. Like, why are the leaves dying up there? I've never seen that happen before. This is my OG bamboo that just kind of like, I just put them in kombucha bottle. Yeah, and so it's getting a lot of direct sun for a bit, and that's why those burned, but now it's like chilling. This is a north window, so I wonder why this one is dying on me. I'm not sure. That's just another Cebu blue cutting that I just put in another pot that I really like the face on. He's chilling. And then now we're gonna go outside. Oh, fun, they're doing construction up there, but I'm going to show you a few plants that are out here. I turned the microphone towards me, so I hope it's not too loud. But this is just a pot full of Hoyas. I am kind of obsessed with her. So this is like a cutting I took from the Hoya inside, Hoya australis lisa. And then here is a Hoya, I actually don't know the name of it at all. And then this is another Hoya that I just got. So my boyfriend had this Hoya before, and
friend, he put it in direct sun, and it actually did burn up. It was like in direct sun all day kind of thing, and it burned up. And I loved that plant, so I just got a new cheap one. And dunked them in this pot, and we'll see how it grows. There's a little spider in there. Can you see her? Probably not. But I'm like, okay, you can chill as long as you're eating up all the spider mites, baby girl. So yeah, I've always wanted to. I see people all the time. Oh God. I see people all the time like trellising them up, and I've always wanted to try it. And so the people who were here before me left this trellis, and I just dumped it in there, and hopefully this pot fills out over the summer. And so I put it here because this is south, so we're trying to give it like some morning light, and then hopefully shade it for the harsh part of the sun during the day. Versus this baby girl, a friend gave it to me. And it's funny because it wasn't like a plant that I would have chosen for myself, but now I really like it. It can handle more sun than I expected it to. Because I put it over here, it gets a lot of like morning and a little bit of afternoon sun, and yeah, it's like loving it. It's like shooting out new leaves. I thought it would be a lot more, leaves burning and stuff, but she's chilling. So these are all the experimental. There's a lot of experiments going on. A lot of plants left by my old the person who was leasing the apartment before me, and then so a lot of just like let's walk you through it. Okay, so I found this thing in the backyard, this like tiered planter, I guess. I think someone just made it because it's not super well made, but basically I'm just dropping pothos in there. And so this queen used to be one of my favorite plants in my old apartment, and it looked a lot better then, and I had it in a south facing window, but it was very overcast, like it wasn't getting direct sun too much, and she looked really good. In this apartment I could not find a place for her that I really liked, so I put her outside, and she's just been going through it. I had her placed up on a pedestal over there, and the pot fell, and also it's been raining so much in LA that it got like, I put it in too much soil, and then it was getting too much rain, and then so she's kind of been going through it. I don't know if she'll survive, but I mean, some parts of it are alive, so I'm gonna let it do what it wants. All the other pothos, that's why I just feel like pothos are very resilient and, just survive here. And yeah, I don't want to, these aren't plants that I especially want to take care of anymore. Sorry you had to hear that, baby girl, but that's the truth. The people before me also left this thing around, so I just planted some seeds in there, and we'll see if they take off. They're just like flowers. Maybe they're not flowers. I don't remember the name of them, actually. Whoops. We'll see if they grow at all, though. I don't know. I don't know anything about like planting seeds, so I just dumped them in there, and it's kept the soil damp. This is an old fiddly fig that I didn't know was a real plant. It was in the shade over there and not getting any direct sun, and so I was like, okay, well, let me put it in a different pot and then give it direct sun. Gave it direct sun, every single leaf burned and fell off. It was so mad at me. And then I moved it here. I put it in this concrete pot so it got better drainage, and it's liking it. So it's not getting direct sun here at all. It's like all indirect, and it's shooting out new leaves. So I mean, it doesn't hate me, right? But yeah, you see how it burned so bad. I felt so bad. I was like, damn. But hopefully it'll come back over this summer. Yeah, sorry, baby girl. This is a money tree someone left. I don't know if it is doing anything. I'm just letting it do what it wants because I don't know. I don't know what to do with it, Yeah. This is a Ficus Audrey. She's a queen. I love Ficus Audrey, but I don't seem to have a lot of luck with them. I think they kind of hate me. These two Ficus elasticas also hate me. I think I should probably like stand them up, right? Like, is that why they're upset? But yeah, whatever. It's a whole thing. I got so many Ficus elasticas because I bought a pot and it was like all plants that were like that tall,
maybe like, 10 inches. And I realized there were 6 in there and they were all strangling each other. So I tried to like move them around and put some of them in different pots. Some of them took off. These 2 have not really. They're just kind of, they're still alive, but they don't look great, right? Those fell off of my peperomia hope. Can you see? No, let me get out. Yeah, maybe they're burning a little bit. I should move them to a little bit shadier spot, I think. I just put them in soil to see what would happen, if... So, yeah, my boyfriend knocked them over. And, yeah, those 2 pieces fell on the ground, so I was like, let me try to, see if I can sell, because I love that plant. And I had another one that I propagated, and I gave it away, so I'm excited at the possibility of, like, yeah... This is a Ficus Audrey. I just repotted her because I think the pot was terracotta, but it felt like it was glazed over. And so I don't think it was getting enough drainage. Like, it wasn't aerated enough. Also, the soil might have been too dense. So I was just like really stressed. And you see how like the leaves were turning yellow. My boyfriend was telling me like, don't touch it. But I touched it and I put it in a new pot and I shook off a lot of the soil. So I think it's gonna like rebel against me soon, like be so mad that I repotted it, but hopefully it grows. I want to see her grow. They always say they're gonna take off, but then mine never do. Ficus Audrey are so hard for me. These are 2 little propagations that I don't really care about, but I just let and this one's a little burned, that one's also a little burned. They're just doing what they want. This is a fiddly fig. Yes, it's in direct sun. It doesn't seem to hate it. A new bud is popping out of there. Can you see? Yeah. She's cute. Yeah, it's also been going through it. So the figs I've struggled with, or the ficuses, I mean. But, so this is a rubber plant, Ficus elastica. She's kind of a queen. So these are like a lot of the ones that I had to try to save because they were dying, and then this one especially has been through it. In my last apartment, I put it outside to get it more sun. Someone snapped the tops of the the plant and just like broke them, and it felt like it was literally the day I put it out, so it felt like an act of defiance, like put your fucking plants away. But I was like, no bitch, I will not be intimidated, so I just left it out there, and then it took off. And then all of a sudden it had like 4 new growth points and just really kind of like took off. Yeah, and she's a queen now. I'm obsessed with her. Yeah, this is my boyfriend's. It also came from the same plant, but he put it in its own pot, and yeah, that pot's cool. And then this is another one. Yeah, it's just like I had to split them all up, separate them. It was a whole thing. This is another one that I think this one and that one are from the same like family that I like had to take apart and separate. But you see how this one's doing really well and growing straight up. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. These are plants that were left. This queen, I repotted her because the pot she was in had no drainage. This I'm leaving alone. I don't know anything about succulents and cactuses. Like, I don't know if that's even okay. I don't know what's going on. This is my boyfriend's Ficus Audrey. Hi, queen. And then it's like the mini fiddly fig. What do you call it? I don't know what to call her. But she's a server. I had one of these and it died. I literally overwatered it one time, completely dead. And I was like, please come back. I'd hoped for months. This is, okay, I've always loved birds of paradise. I've always loved them. I think they're so beautiful. But obviously in most apartments, especially like 1-bedroom apartments, you don't have the room or space. So I finally got one, and I just put it in this like terracotta pot, and it doesn't have a drainage in the bottom, so I'm a little nervous, but it's still terracotta, so it'll expel the water at least. But she's kind of a queen. I'm kind of obsessed with her, and it was a little baby plant, so it cost like $12, and I just wanted to get really big over the summer. I love them. These are more plants that the neighbor left, or the last tenants left. They were dying. They were dying. They were in pots with no drainage as well. So I don't know what, whoever those plants were, they did not know what they were doing. But I just took them out, put them in little plastic pots that I didn't care about, and we'll see if they survive. I think they're already like happy that they're not, drowning. This was already here. I don't know what either of these are. So if anyone knows what this is, please tell me. It's kind of cool, right? Yeah, I have no idea. This is a ceramic pot that broke. So this is my corner of dead plants. This is where, okay. So the Pothos Enjoy that I showed you all over there, I had her in this terracotta pot up here, so it kind of like draped down. But then the wind blew it over the other day, and the pot shattered and cut off a bunch of the... Yeah, so I still have yet to clean that up. I need to clean that up, I guess. And then this is a lipstick plant that I used to be my pride and joy, but I couldn't find a place for it inside, so I put it outside, and it is suffering. She's so mad at me, but I don't know what to do with it now, It's like hard when you kind of like, I don't want to say I outgrew her, but it's like, I don't really know what to do with you right now. I don't know where to, And then this is my one and only, oh my God, what do you call them? This girl is dead. I can't even think of the word. It's something with an A, not Anthurium, right? Can I just like hit it? Oh, it's still like attached somehow. Okay. Honestly, I'm kind of done, but I'm like, if you want to shoot something else out, if you want to keep trying, go for it. So these are plants that the neighbors left in like a big bin that was over here, and it was just like drowning in water and death. So I'm trying to, recently, maybe like 3 weeks ago, I took them all out of the bin. I'm trying to like resuscitate them. The snake plant was collapsing truly, and so I just plopped it in the ground. I'm like, snake plants would look cool if it grew like all the way down, and they're like low maintenance, So I was like, yeah, let's just try it and see what happens. Plop them in the ground. I don't have to do anything. And these are like the jade plants, right? Like it's in the family of jade, though I don't quite know what they are. My boyfriend also hates these. Yeah, but I think they're kind of, if they grow back well, I think they can be really beautiful. So yeah, I just plopped them on these little cement blocks, and we'll see what happens. So I don't know what this is. This is all stuff left by the former tenants. It looks like lavender, right? Like, yeah, like lavender maybe? I don't know. And then I have no idea what this is. I mean, it's kind of pretty. Like, I don't hate it. But yeah, I just let it do what it wants, because I have no knowledge of what this is or its needs or care. But it's cute. And then there's like a storage situation. I don't know what plants those are. Okay, so there's my boyfriend's lemon or ZZ plant. Did someone move it? Like, why is it so far away from the wall? Someone might have knocked it over or something. So this was a lemon tree that was over there, and it was in like a wooden planter, and basically it had, one, it wasn't getting enough sun. Two, the root had grown through the wooden pot into the ground, so it was like immovable. I fought for my life to get this. So one, I put it in this big pot, and two, I think it's already doing pretty well. So I largely moved it here to, one, block this path a little bit back here because I thought it was a little creepy, but two, because it gets direct sun here like all day. And lemon trees need a lot of sun. So I very roughly moved it across the yard. It was so heavy and impossible. But I mean, look at her now. Like, I think she's already shoot out new leaves since I moved it. I don't quite know if I should trim off the dead leaves. So I think that happened from the winter time. And it wasn't getting enough water. And so all the branches just like died. I don't know if I should trim. I don't know what parts are alive and what parts are dead. Like some things look a little bit lighter brown than darker brown gray, right? So it's like, should I But I just decided, I talked to my dad about it too. I just kind of decided to like let it do what it wants for a couple weeks, and then, you know, maybe it pushes out some new leaves at the top, and then come back and then try to like, yeah, like see if I can save some branches. I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions, let me know, because I'm just not sure. I've never had a lemon tree before. I don't know what to do, but I would like to take care of it, you know. I'd love some lemons. But it's doing cute at the bottom down there, you know. Got some flowers. Yeah, I think it's already happier. Oh, spiderweb. Because I think all of this is like new. I don't remember that. I remember it just being that. And this has only been, I moved it maybe 2 weeks ago? A week ago? Last week? Yeah, so I'm just gonna let it do what it wants for a little bit, and then we'll see in a couple weeks. Yeah, ZZ plant. My boyfriend likes to keep his in full sun. That's his. And I don't know. You see how like the leaves are getting a little bleached? So it might be a little too much sun. So, but I'm not gonna tell him what to do. I'll bring it to his attention, but he can figure that out for himself. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna go listen to Ariana Grande now.